Well, here's a pile of steel that's come out of the car in the last couple of days. All that unnecessary, non-structural stuff. The dash bar, which will get replaced with the dash bar that's integrated into the roll cage. This is the inside of the rear hatch, lightening up the hatch and getting rid of as much structure there as we can to make it a little bit lighter. Under the hood, still not much going on here. No excitement yet. The only thing you can see has been done is the negative cable was removed a long time ago so that the electrical system isn't going to short out on me while I'm working on it. And as we move into the interior, you can see that, things like all this seam sealer that I had pointed out previously is all gone. The sound deadening is all out of it, and all of that non-structural metal has been removed. Once you get to that point, once you've got seam sealer and all that nasty, nasty heavy work is done and all that stuff is out, that's when I stop, and that's when we just scrub the interior of the car out, because now we're getting ready to start building a cage and welding. The prep is done. We're ready for the cage. So over the weekend, my son built he bent up the main hoop for the roll cage, and it still needs to be cut to correct dimensions and things like that, but the hoop itself is ready to go, and we could start building the lateral bars and everything else that are dependent on the main hoop placement for measurement. The lateral bars, this is where I've been working, is on the mounts for the plates, the mounting plates for the roll cage. So this is a mount plate for the forward down leg of a lateral bar, and you can see that these were kind of a pain in the butt just because we've got multiple curves and some bends and some things going on, which just means that they're a little more involved to build. And so got all that cut out, and then you box that structure by closing off the end so that it won't collapse downward. And then the bottom of the structure, we want to make sure that we've got a wide, flat foot on it. And the reason for that is so that we have some distribution of force in the event of a rollover. So the bar pushes down on this. If I didn't have this flange or this foot on here, this piece of metal that the box is made out of could just shear through the floor, and that'll allow the whole structure to collapse, which obviously wouldn't be good. To make all these things fit, you're going to have to kind of clearance the floor, so I notched the floor, cut it in a couple places, drove that metal flat. Now the box fits in place. Once it's all welded in underneath the car, I'll get up and move the metal back up into contact with the bottom of the box, and we'll weld it from the bottom side as well. So that's about where we're at. The box on this side is situated. I got to finish that one up, finish welding both of them. Got to start building those lateral bars and get those tubes bent, and just continue on with the roll cage. Once the roll cage is done, then we'll start getting into the mechanical systems, start playing around with the suspension and then engine and transmission. Still a lot of work to do, but I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to make the beginning of the season and be ready to race.